Bravo. Let's hear it for the boys. All right. All right, so we're going to hear it for the boys now. Now, in this module, we're going to add a camera, and this is going to be the last thing that we do with this module. The house is done, and the house is over with. Now, go to this box right here. It's called Shapes. Click the line. Now, we're going to create a path. You can start anywhere you want. In this example, I haven't built a house. I'm just using a copied version of the kitchen to substitute for my house. So I'm going to start the path here in the kitchen. I want to show as much as I can. So I'm going to start the path probably right here, and I'm going to go around this stuff, and I'm going to go through the doorway, and I'm going to come around, and I'm going to go through here and back to the house. Okay? So how you make a path with a line tool, if you just click, you're going to make angled lines. So what you want to do is click and drag your mouse to make curves. Okay? So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to start up here. So I'm going to start right over here. I'm just going to click. Now I'm going to click and drag, and I'm going to go around making a vertice every, trying to keep the vertices the same distance apart. Come through here, come through the doorway. Now I'm going to come in here, and now I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to right click to get out of that, all right? So now if I press 1, I can click on any of these points, and I can adjust these little handles to smooth the curve out. Like so. Press E to rotate it. If it's too hard, you can go. And then I'm going to scale this in. So you can move these points around to adjust the path if you need to, okay? So now what I'm going to do is get out of vertice mode. I'm going to move the path up in the air a little bit, the height that a person might be walking through here. Okay, now I'm going to go to a side view, so I'm going to press L. I'm going to go to the side, and I'm going to add a camera. Hit the plus sign, click on the icon that looks like a camera, and I'm going to click free camera, and I'm just going to click on the screen. Okay, now I'm going to press P to go to perspective view, and now I'm going to start this thing at the beginning of the path. So first what I do is I make sure that I have the camera selected. I'm going to go to animation, constraint, path constraint. I'm going to click this right here, and now I'm going to click the line. And now this thing is going to go to the beginning of the path, and if I drag the scrubber here, you see if I play this, this goes really quick. The camera goes really quick, so I want to slow it down. So what I'm going to do is hit this little timepiece. I'm going to change the end time from 100 to, let's say, 9,000. Well, 1, 2, 3. Click OK, and now all I have to do is go down here where my mouse is and drag this little keyframe this way and drag it as close as I can to the last frame. And now when I press play, that's a little too slow, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to Control Z that to move this timepiece over here. It's called a keyframe. And I'm going to adjust the time again, maybe cut that in half and go to 2,000. Okay, now click OK. Now I'm going to drag this keyframe down here. I'm going to press play to time it to see if that's a little too quick, a little too slow. That's probably a little too slow, so I'm going to do the same thing. Control Z, move the keyframe down here, and I'm going to change the time again to 1,000. 1, 2, 3. So that should be good then. I'm going to drag this keyframe over here. And now I have to make a couple changes, and then I'm done. So if I press play, it should be a nice speed. Well, that's good right there. So with the camera selected, what I'm going to do over here is click this little box that says follow, meaning this the front of the camera is going to always follow the path. So the last thing you have to do is make sure that this camera is angled in the correct direction. So if it is following and it's aimed backwards, just hit the E key for rotate, make sure it's aligned straight up with that. And to go into camera view, you press C, and then you press play. Okay, so I need to adjust my field of vision on the camera a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, with the camera selected, I have the camera selected right here. I'm going to click on this button, and I'm going to adjust the lens. I'm going to drag it back a little bit. Now when I press play, it should be a lot better. Okay, now the last thing, press P to get out of the camera view. If you want to add some lights, you just click on the light button, click free light, click yes when this pops up. Click a light, drag it to where you think it should be. and press F9 to check the lighting if it renders. Mine is not rendering, which is perfect. To adjust the brightness of the light, you just click on the Modify tab, scroll on down to Dimming, click that, turn it down to reduce the brightness, turn it up to increase the brightness. That's it. Do that, and the next module will render.